All right, here we go. It's the afternoon show with JR, and joining me in the studio, the guys from Drowning Pool. Thank you very much for coming in today.
Right.
And from left to right, I've got CJ, Jason, Stevie, and Mike.
Yes, sir.
And, of course, the big show coming up tonight, Wally's Pub on Hampton Beach, which they renovated that place. It's a killer venue for a show these days.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. They got a really nice setup inside.
Absolutely. So how's the tour been so far?
Tour's been great. We've been out for a couple of weeks now. We've been doing shows mostly with Flyleaf. Tonight's an off night for them, but yeah, man, it's been fun. It's been go, rock and roll.
In the big storyline with the tour with Flyleaf is both bands with relatively new lead singers. For you, how has it been with the transition?
It's never been better, to be honest with you. We're having the best time with Jason Moreno over here.
That's awesome. So then I'll ask the newbie, Jason. How's things for you now that you're the front man for Drowning Pool?
It's great. It's like a dream come true. It's what I've always wanted, and now I finally get to do it, and I'm extremely happy to be here with my buds. Rocking.
Gotta love that. The show tonight, Wally's Pub. I'll have some tickets coming up in just a little bit. Now I'll ask this question of you, Stevie.
Yes,
with the way things are with music, when you started out, when the band came out, 2001, it doesn't even seem like it was that long ago, but the way a band...
Seems like forever.
It's been a million years.
I would totally agree.
Well, okay, so maybe it does seem like it's been a while, but things have changed dramatically in the music business and the way things are promoted, the way things are handled.
Absolutely.
What do you think has been the biggest thing to overcome from a musician's standpoint with all of the changes that have taken place since Drowning Pool came out?
Well, you're right. The industry has changed so much, but we've always had all these internal struggles going on and changes with troubles with the singer. So it feels very much being in the eye of the storm. We're dealing with our own stuff, and the industry's changing around us. So we just have always just tried to stay focused on, just the live aspect, the live show every single night, because that is the only thing that we can control. Everything else is gonna, technology is gonna change the music biz, every week. So, but they can't change, putting on a good show and being energetic and knowing your instruments, knowing the songs, and entertaining a crowd. So we just kind of keep our heads down and focus on that one aspect that we can control.
Just stick to what you guys do and,
exactly,
and
man,
do that.
Just rock out, beer and live music, that's always going to be there. So we'll have that.
Do you think the challenges of changing singers has brought the band together as a core? Are you guys tighter because of all of those challenges that you've had to overcome?
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. If I had the choice, none of that would ever happen, but it did. So
right.
We've had to kind of galvanize together and not let. One thing we've learned. I see a lot of bands that don't have half the troubles that we have had. Just break up. Overnight. And one thing that I think we've all learned is that you can't sweat the small stuff.
Right.
So you just got to let that stuff just kind of bounce off of you and keep rocking, and that's kind of our motto, I guess.
I think that could apply to life in general. Just don't sweat that stuff.
Absolutely.
Man. Now, I'll ask you, Mike, drummer for the band, to continue on with, the way things have changed from a musician's perspective of what's difficult to overcome. What's been the coolest thing that has now come up? Has it been technology or something else that's made what you do a little bit easier, more interesting, or what's your perspective on that?
Yeah, technology is definitely making it a little more fun just from a drummer's point of view. Back there behind the kit, I can get involved a little more as far as, like Stevie was saying, with the live show. I can, program some sequences or some loops and add a little more life into, just the drum kit if I wanted to, be solo guy or whatever.
Right.
I wanted to show some chops against some pre-recorded drum loop dub sample thing or something if I wanted to, which, that's not to say that's going to happen tonight at the show, but it's there. The technology is there. But it might, yeah.
Come find out for yourself.
It's good and bad. In that, I mean, like, it's good in that it is now opened up the world to you. But with that, it has opened up the world to you, to where everybody can just come in and give you their 2 cents, whether they know what they're talking about or not. So yeah, and like Stevie was saying, you just put your head down and you forge ahead. I dig it. I dig all the new stuff, all the craziness that you can incorporate into a show now. I mean, if you feel like it, you can get back there and MIDI trigger a light show to coincide with the rhythm of the song. Speed
Right.
up your BPM, you trigger it. Here it is, flashing double bass and strobes. CJ's, we're doing it very. We do what I call kind of the poor man's setup. We still trigger it analog, but slowly moving into the digital.
I'd go with the classic setup. You could call it the
Classic
analog. Call it the classic setup.
The classic setup. You have to know both.
Right.
You have to be able to play your instrument in the classic setup,
Mhm.
but you just can't totally shut yourself off from what's happening digitally either.
Absolutely, and there's a lot that's that you can apply to what you guys are doing in the
Right.
studio, on stage, and just in general as a band, and putting things down to tape when you're on the road or whatever, and capturing ideas. Now moving forward, CJ, the band's got a new record coming out.
New record called Resilience coming out April 9th. So go get it. All your friends are doing it. You don't want to get left out.
Don't get left out, and Jason, you're going to be on this record.
Yeah, barely. Maybe.
You might make an appearance. What was it like for you in the studio making the new album Resilience?
It was a lot of work, but it was a labor of love. Yeah. No, I mean, being brand new, this is all such a shock.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a negative thing. I don't mean to paint that in a
No, not at all.
We didn't tell him he had the gig till the day before we were flying to go to the studio. So.
Right.
So you had a lot of time to prepare for it.
Yeah. No, it was rad. I mean, you wake up, you sing all day, all night. You get a little bit of sleep, you wake up, you sing all day and night. I mean, it was definitely helped me get my legs underneath me.
Was the work maybe just the time spent, the repetitiveness of working on certain pieces and just keep chipping away at it till you get it exactly where you guys were looking to have that?
Yeah, lots of fine tuning.
Excellent. Well, you guys are in the studio. You got your instruments. You want to play a track for us?
Let's rock it.
Let's do it. What are we going to hear?
Let's play some Tear Away.
Excellent. It's Drowning Pool on HEB.
We'd have an intro.
I'm tearing away. Pieces are falling, I can't seem to make them stay. You run away faster and faster, you can't seem to get away. Unanswered, I just don't see everything. Yes, I'm inside you. Tell me, how does it feel to feel like this, just like I do? I don't care about anyone else but me. just don't know. I don't care about anyone else but me. I don't care about anyone. I don't care about anyone else but me. I don't care about anyone or anything. Goddamn, I love me. I don't care about anyone else but me. I don't care about anyone. I don't care about anyone else but me. I don't care about anyone or anything. I don't care about anyone else but me. I don't care about anyone.
Very nice. Drowning Pool in studio. Sounds great, guys. I'm very much looking forward to the show, Wally's Pub on Hampton Beach. Coming up tonight, I will have some tickets in just a little bit as you get set to release your next record, Resilience, coming up in April. You guys got time for one more?
Absolutely.
Excellent. What do we got now?